Get ready for another episode of Q&A with Jorge.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Q&A with Jorge.
What's up, guys?
He's the coach, he's the man, he's got all the answers you need in social media marketing, right?
That's right.
Okay, well, let's get started. I have a few questions here prepared for you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shoot them your way, like rapid fire, and you just let me know, give me some quick responses, and that way our viewers, they get the best value with the best time, right?
All right, let's go.
Okay, cool. So, question number one. What do social media marketing agencies do?
That's a good question. Okay. So social media marketing agencies are going to help, I mean, pretty much, I would say exclusively business owners. I mean, well, here's the thing. You can break it up into several categories, but the main one is we help businesses market their message, their brand,
right,
so that they can get more leads, more sales, more whatever they want, right?
Yeah.
But there's also another section of marketing agencies that would help even like education. So there's a lot of people that sell courses. And so it is a big field, but for the most part, we focus on helping business owners get more sales and leads.
Cool. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Well, question number two here is, what is the Facebook ad library?
Okay. So the Facebook ad library is a tool that's free, by the way, that lets you basically spy on any page running ads.
Oh.
So you can see it's a library of all the ads, like it says, right?
Yeah.
But it's cool because you can search by keyword, or you can search exactly which page you're looking for, and you can go through it and see like, well, what ads are they running? And it even shows you like how long they've been running. So you can say if it's been running for a long time, well, probably they're making money with it, or probably it's working.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take it of like just straight up and say, oh, that's the one, I'm going to copy it.
Right.
And that's another thing. I wouldn't necessarily copy just whatever you see there. You can use it to model and kind of adapt it to your own, market or your own, marketing plan.
Oh.
But also what's cool about it is you can go into other industries or niches or whatever and just take successful actions from that and then translate that or model that for your own, for your own services and products.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that answer.
That's actually one of the things that we do is when somebody hires us, that we always check the ad library. In fact, we constantly check it every month for like competition research and just to make sure that we're always like getting, just the best results for our customers. And that's one of the things that you do. What are other people doing successful? Let me go ahead and model that.
That makes sense. Yeah. It's a competition research, basically.
Yeah. And TikTok has a really cool library too, by the way. And that one's a little bit different, and I like it because you can search by industry. You can search even by objective. So like, let's say you're like, I only want to see ads that are doing, lead generation, or maybe the ones that are only doing branding, video views, or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And then you're gonna find some really cool ads in there, and even by industry. So you're like, show me only the skincare ads, show me the marketing ads, show me the whatever construction. I forgot like the name of the industries that they have there, but it's pretty cool. You can search by like industry and stuff like that.
So you can really like hone in on like your niche.
Exactly.
And see what they're doing, what's working well, and then kind of create from there.
Exactly. Like one of the successful actions that I would say is that you should be creating a little swipe file of things that you see over time that you like, and you can always go back to it whenever you need a little bit of inspiration. You're like, oh, this ad I liked 3 months ago, and then all of a sudden it sparks a new idea for you.
Now, just piggybacking off of that, could you explain to our audience what is a swipe file?
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So basically it's like you're just creating a folder of ideas, ads that you see, maybe sales pages, landing pages, that kind of thing that you see that you want to swipe or, steal from. No, but like you just want to kind of put them away for inspiration for later.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So question number 3 I have for you. How do I know what hashtags to use?
Okay. So that depends on the platform that you're talking about. So let's say if you're on Instagram, the best way to know it is just go into the app and then search for the hashtag that you kind of think would be, fitting for what you're talking about. It could be a keyword, or it could be like an industry word or something like that. And then it's going to tell you how many posts that hashtag has.
Oh, okay.
So there's some that are going to be huge, hundreds of millions or even billions I've seen.
Wow.
Yeah, on TikTok.
Yeah.
But on Instagram, like, yeah, just, you know, some hashtags are highly used and some are maybe not so much used, but still super relevant to your, you know, your post
Yeah. Okay.
that you're going to make. And I would suggest just switch it up between, you know, the big ones and the small ones. And what's recommended for Instagram is actually 3 hashtags.
Oh.
It used to be 30, then they recommended 20 something at some point. Then at some point they said 9. The latest thing that they've come out with is they recommend 3.
Okay, so 3. You don't want to
3.
overdo it, right?
Exactly. Like you want to not confuse, you know, the algorithm.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So choose just 3 highly relevant to that specific post, not even to like what your whole account is about, is whatever that post is about.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So like with us, we post about marketing, let's say, right? So one time we might be posting about Google, and the next time it could be about TikTok, and the next time could be about lead generation. Well, each one of those would have very different hashtags,
Right.
You know, for
Okay.
each one of those.
That makes total sense, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's move on to the next question. Okay. What are some best practices for creating engaging social media content?
Best practices would be to ask or answer a question, but let's start with answer.
Okay.
So people have questions about your service and your products and your industry or whatever, right?
Right.
So if you're answering those questions, there's going to be other questions that are going to come up, and they're going to comment on it, or, you know, maybe they'll comment whatever their opinion is about what you're saying, right? And then the flip side of that is you can ask questions, you know, and then I've seen that one usually kind of create a little bit more engagement than the answer one. So because it's sort of like a poll or like a survey you're doing with people, and so you get them to engage and you find out what's on their mind.
I see.
And then another thing is you could just be, I mean, a lot of people recommend being like, what's the word? Controversial. So, you know, like take a hard stance on either, you know, the left or the right or the black or the white, whatever it is, right? The big pick one side and make it like very controversial. So then you start to get engagement from both sides that way.
I see. Okay. Yeah.
And any engagement is good engagement.
Okay.
Even if people are commenting, you know, bad hater comments, whatever you want to call them, like that's actually good.
Really?
Welcome it. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. If it's really, really bad, like you can always filter that.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You know, by the way, like every one of these platforms lets you add little keywords that if somebody mentions, you know, whatever, like you can just filter that comment from the start.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I would say just leave it. Welcome the comments. Welcome the haters. It's more engagement. It's going to help you reach more people.
Okay, cool, man. I like
Yeah,
that answer.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, great. Well, the next question here I have for you is, what are the top 3 tools you currently use to create content?
So let's see. I use Answer the Public a lot. AnswerThePublic.com. It's a website that you can go to where you can see all kinds of questions that people are asking.
Cool.
Or searching for, I should say, on like Google and stuff. You know, and you just enter a keyword about your, you know, your industry, your business or whatever.
Right.
And then it gives you all the kinds of questions that people are asking about that. Okay. And then you can make a video about that.
Nice.
So that's one tool. And another tool I love to use is called, well, for editing, if you're making video content, is CapCut.
CapCut.
Yes.
Okay.
It's super easy to use on your phone. CapCut, it got bought out by TikTok.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow.
So it's very easy to create your little, you know, your video in there, your content, and then push of a button, you can post it right to TikTok right from there.
Wow.
And they feature a bunch of like templates, what's trending right now or whatever. And all you have to do is plug and play your videos or your images to that template. And
really?
Yeah. So it's like most of the editing is already done for you.
I like that. I like to less for me to do, right?
Exactly.
Make it easier. Yeah.
Easier, more efficient, faster. You get to post more, you know?
Cool.
And then the last one I'll recommend is repurpose.io. Okay, so this website, this tool lets you basically take your, the way I use it is I post to TikTok first. And then from there, I set up automations that this tool will remove the watermark from my video. And then it goes and it posts it wherever I want. So I posted to Instagram, I posted to Facebook, I posted to LinkedIn, YouTube Shorts.
Cool.
So just one post gets me like 5 different posts across all these different platforms.
That's great.
Yeah.
distributes it everywhere.
Exactly. Working smarter, not harder, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's how you get the omnipresence, right?
Exactly.
Cool. Okay, well, next question here for you is how do you stay up to date and ahead of the curve when it comes to marketing trends, social media trends?
Okay. The best way to stay ahead of the best way I stay ahead of the curve is I set up Google alerts for certain keywords that I want. Or I should say, and I subscribe to newsletters. So there's a really good one, socialmediatoday.com, I think it is. I forget because I signed up a while ago. But
Gotcha.
But I get an email from them pretty much every day.
Oh, cool.
And then there's other marketing newsletters that I sign up for, and they just kind of keep me up to date. They do all the curating for me, right? They go out there and they're like, oh, this is trending. This just happened.
Right.
TikTok's about to get banned, and this is what's happening with it or whatever, right?
Nice.
So that's where I get like most of my news, and then I go and I click on those articles, and then I stay up to date with what's happening.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
cool.
So Google Alerts is the best way.
Google Alerts.
Yeah, it's free.
Yeah.
By the way, so you just Google Alerts, and just type in some keywords, and then you can even say like how often you want to be updated: daily, weekly, monthly, whatever.
Right on. I think I'll do that.
Yeah, you need to.
Cool. All right. Well, the next question I have for you here, man, is how do businesses choose the right social media platforms to focus on, and what factors should be considered?
Well, the right answer, I think, is all of them. You should be on all of them. You should be omnipresent on all these social media platforms, because the more attention that you get, the more website traffic you'll get, which turns into more leads and sales or whatever, right? So it all starts with getting attention. If you're on just one platform, that's fine if you're just getting started, so that you can kind of get consistent at something. But just using the tools like I mentioned, repurpose.io, you can just focus on one platform, and it helps you post everywhere else at the same time. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, you should be on all of them. If you're only going to pick one thing or whatever, just focus on short vertical video content, TikTok style, reel style, short style, whatever. That's the one that's trending the most right now still. And that's going to get you the most attention, the most exposure, the most reach, whatever you want to call it. It'll get you the most eyeballs on your services and your products. Sense. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That works. All right. So the next question I have for you here, and I just have a few more.
Okay.
I don't want to take up too much of your time. Very valuable guy right here.
Let's go.
So the next one here is, what are some examples of your favorite social media ads that you've seen recently?
Social media ads?
Yeah, like any ads you've seen recently. Something that you can say right off the bat, I really like this because XYZ. Yeah. The
ones that are catching my eye the most, and from the data that I have is actually working the most also, it's both things, are the ones where you kind of have like a green screen effect. So it's the guy talking to the camera, and there's something going on behind them. So it could either be a picture or a video. And so like, let's say for e-commerce ads, I've noticed that they're on the website kind of scrolling and showing what the website looks like and the product while the person is talking to the camera.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. And if it's for like HVAC people, which is like air conditioning, people, we have a lot of those clients, and I do a lot of research in that area. Then somebody gets on the green screen, and they're just kind of showing like either somebody working on an air conditioner, and they're talking about why you need to service it and things like that.
Is it like sorry to interrupt, I just want to make sure, is it like they go and they film like their employees going out there doing something, they film it with their phone, and then later they put it as green screen,
as a green screen, right?
Okay.
And by the way, CapCut can easily help you do this, like that effect. You just search for the effect. It's super easy.
Gotcha.
And they have templates again.
Right, just drop it in there.
Drop it in there. Yeah. And but yeah, like if whatever you're talking about, like the video behind you is kind of supporting, what you're talking about. Yeah. And I think it's because there's like this constant motion going on, not just somebody talking to the camera, that it keeps people's attention. Yeah. And it's working. Try it out. If you haven't tried the green screen effect, definitely try it out.
Right on. I like that.
In fact, go ahead and put something behind me right now.
Editors, put something behind him, make it move.
Exactly.
Maybe it's B-roll of him working.
Exactly.
Cool, man. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so next up here, I have how can businesses leverage user-generated content on social media to enhance their marketing efforts, you know.
Yeah. So first, user-generated content. What is that in case you don't know?
Right.
That is basically your customers or somebody that you might hire from, representing your brand and your product, and they're showing off how they use it or what they like about it. Or it could be even a review or something like that, right? But it's not coming directly from the brand itself.
Right.
It's coming from someone else. And especially on social media, but it's always been like people trust other people more than they trust the brand, right?
Right.
It's like kind of like the word of mouth referral thing, right? Like they'll trust a friend more than they're going to trust an ad.
Right.
And so that's just a way to basically kind of tap into that. So you get somebody else to make videos for you, and then you can run it as an ad, or you can just post it organically or whatever. And it works.
Yeah.
It's still working. It's been working for the last, let's say, 2 years or so, more than ever.
Yeah.
But it's still working right now. And if you haven't tried it, definitely, give it a shot. You can pay people to do this. So you could just Google it. Like, how do I hire UGC creators or whatever? Or you can go into like TikTok and Reels and just type in the word UGC creator. Twitter's another good one to find creators.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. And just message them and just say, hey, I have this brand and I want your help. How much do you charge or whatever, right? Like, just keep it simple.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're used to it. Like even I get a lot of messages from my TikTok.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like software companies and stuff. They're like, hey, can you make videos for us? And we like your content. We'll pay you. Blah blah.
That's really awesome, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I love that answer. That's awesome. And just so you know, I just got 3 more questions here for you, man.
All right.
Let's knock them out. What are some common pitfalls to avoid when creating social media campaigns?
Campaigns.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Let me think. Okay. So the things you want to avoid when you're creating these social media campaigns are not using the right objective. Meaning Facebook will tell you, okay, or Google, whatever, all these platforms, they'll say like, okay, what do you want out of this campaign? And then you can say, well, I want more leads, more conversions, or I just want people to, view my videos more, or whatever it is, right?
Right.
If you choose the wrong one, you're not going to get the result. Meaning, like, if you want more sales for your Shopify store, let's say, then don't choose video views. So it's very easy, like, because people, the most common one is people will choose traffic. They think like, oh, I just want more people to my website.
Oh, I see.
Right? But these platforms know which kinds of users like to just browse and which ones like to actually buy. Now, obviously, the buyers are going to cost more to run those campaigns, but in the end, you're going to get buyers.
Yeah.
So it's very easy. Just pick the thing that you're trying to go after the most. That's number 1. Number 2, we live in a world where the attention span is super, super short. So don't make ads that are going to be 3, 5, 10-minute videos or whatever.
Yeah.
Keep it very short. I would even suggest 15 seconds just to start off with right now. But even up to 60 seconds is still doable. Right. But the shorter, the better, honestly. So
okay,
there you go.
That makes sense. Cool,
Yeah.
man. Thanks. So next up here is what is SEO? Can you break it down?
Yeah. So SEO stands for search engine optimization, which basically means that you're going to do something to your website. Let's just stick with the website in this case, right?
Okay.
Because it can also apply to social media, but let's just not open that can of worms.
Okay.
So search engine optimization means doing things to your website that's going to optimize it or make it better so that Google can understand what your content is about. So that when people type in keywords into Google, it knows to show your website to them.
So is it like the words on your website?
One part of it. There's
okay.
I would break down SEO into 2 different parts, which is on-page SEO, meaning what's on your website.
Right, okay.
And then what they call off-page SEO. So it's basically backlinks.
Ah.
Other people talking about your website and linking back to it.
Okay.
So both of those things matter. But the main thing that you probably want to focus on, because it's the easiest thing to control, is what's on your website. What are you saying? How much are you saying it? What keywords are you putting into your website? Things like that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks for that, man.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, very last question here for you, man. What are some effective ways to use social media to gather feedback and insights from customers?
That's a good question. I like to use social media a lot to survey my audience. So I ask questions. Either let's say it's on Facebook, you can just do a simple text post, right?
Okay. Yeah.
If you're on Instagram, on the stories, you can use a little feature that they have, which is the polls. So you start to ask questions and then have them multiple choice, and then you start to see like what people are most interested in, right?
Yeah.
They also have something that is just kind of like open-ended questions, like kind of like ask me anything or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a little sticker you can put into your Instagram stories.
Okay.
And let's say you ask a specific question, and then people can give you answers about that question. And then that starts to give you feedback about what people are really interested in and want to know about your service or your products or whatever.
Yeah, that makes that super simple, man.
Yeah. And then also when you do content, let's say you put up a video out there and people start commenting on it or asking you questions in the comments. Well, those are also like, data survey points that you can gather to either make more videos, more content, or to make your services and your products, better.
Yeah.
People are telling you what they want. It's just give it to them.
That's exactly what you need to do.
Exactly.
Cool, man. Well, thanks again, Coach.
Yes.
This is Jorge Rodriguez. He is our Chief Marketing Officer here at AGM Marketing. And I just want to thank you again for your time.
Yes.
And we'll get you next week, all right?
All right, guys.